Hey, James. Do you still want the Rockets to trade you? And if so, why?
Right now, I'm just focused on being here. Um, Today was good. Yesterday felt really good being out there. The first time since the bubble. Haven't really had an opportunity to do a lot of 5-on-5 work, but for my first time being out there, I think I felt pretty good. So
There's been so much change with this team. You've been with this team for 8 years. How would you describe the last few months and just your overall perspective on where this basketball team is at right now?
there's a lot of changes. Obviously the entire coaching staff. Some of the front office, a lot of the players. This is where we are. So um, you know, coach has done an unbelievable job of just communicating with the guys and um, just putting the structure in and getting things going.
Tim McMahon.
James, what was the point that you were trying to get across when you went to Atlanta and Vegas when training camp was starting?
I was just training.
What were you training for?
The start of the NBA season.
How did going to Atlanta and Vegas help you there when the Rockets were starting training camp in Houston?
Just my personal trainers.
Jonathan Fagan.
You mentioned that right now your focus is on where you are right there. Had you during the off season, or can you explain kind of why, what your thinking was in either asking to be traded elsewhere or indicating that that would be your preference?
I can only focus on right now. And for me, the best James Harden is, making sure I'm in shape. Like I said, I hadn't really had an opportunity to play 5-on-5. Individual workouts, weightlifting, individual basketball training is great, but as every NBA player can agree, there's nothing like 5-on-5 training and the physicality and making reads and things like that. So yesterday, for my first time being out there, I felt good and it was exciting.
Haley Griffin.
Hey, James, you mentioned all the changes in the offseason, the new coach, a new system in place, so many new faces on the roster. What have you found to be the most challenging part of the last 2 days from just practicing for the first time as a group to then getting game action with the whole group together?
For me, I'm basically in catch-up mode just because, as far as principles and things offensively, defensively that, Coach 𝗖𝗧 has implemented already, I'm kind of, behind a little bit. So, which it isn't extremely hard for me, but I'm still behind. So I got to catch up in the sense of that. But just going out there, playing basketball and getting a feel for the game is easy.
𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗖𝗧.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Just how has it been down on the wall and in terms of you guys can do within the office?
Sorry, you echoing.
Ellie, we can't hear you. Let's move on to the next question.
Christy Reichen.
Hey, James, I wondered, even though you won't talk about your future and all the rumors out there, do you feel like all the rumors about your future and about you wanting to be traded are a distraction to this team and the success that the team is trying to have this year?
Since I've been here, there's nothing that's been said about it. Everybody in the locker room, coaching staff has been focused on ramping up and prepare for the season. So that's all that matters.
Terrence Harris.
Sorry, I had to find the unmute button. Hey, James, just want to find out, what's your impression of this new coaching staff and the new players are in? I mean, what's been your impression so far? And have you had time yet to sit down with Silas at all and kind of talk to him about things and kind of what his plan is?
Not yet. We've it's only been 2 days. We had like a light practice, and then yesterday was a game. So, but the impression, obviously they're motivated. They're motivated. They're excited for the opportunity, and then the players are the same way. Not really playing last year. John looks like he's getting to back to his normal self. Boogie as well. So they're all excited, as far as the new opportunities, which it showed yesterday.
And last question, Mark Berman. Mark? Okay, we'll give the last question to Adam Spolin.
James, you obviously had a close relationship with Daryl for all those years, and I think you had a lot of trust in him. Do you have that same trust in 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗛 that he can put pieces around you?
We haven't had a conversation, so yeah.